Also, where did that energy come from?
Hey, I'm a theater kid.
That's right. Curtains
The
up, lights on.
mhm. Before I had my chronic fatigue diagnosis and had no idea what was going on with me and would just randomly have days where I could barely drag my body around, I was a lead in a play.
Oh.
And sure enough, during our run, I had one of those bad days and I skipped warm ups. I just curled up in a chair. And when my cues came, I was out there on the stage. And then I got back into the wings of colorist.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
To our patrons who are watching this pre-show now, live or in the future, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you so much. We're sorry because, oh my gosh, the technical difficulties. It's so wild, and I feel like that's an ongoing thing, but it really
Yeah.
is. We're working on it. Also, fun fact, Bell. I know we made that excuse a lot in the past, but they're just all over the place lately. So I'm
Mhm.
seeing them out and about and doing digging, and I can see them digging in culverts and stuff. So I'm like, they're obviously doing stuff. They're obviously putting stuff in or preparing for the spring. So
Yeah.
I'm
How
hopeful.
are they doing that with 5-foot snowbanks?
Oh, it's fascinating. So they'll come out with like 2 excavators, a crew of maybe 10 people. 2 people are actively excavating, 1 person is spray painting, and like 5 people are sitting there in a huddle talking about something. Uh, I mean, I'm sure they're all doing something. It's all, they all have their job to do. But it's
Yeah.
yeah, they're just using an excavator and digging into the ditch on the side of the road, and marking things. So I think that they're just preparing a site plan for the spring, is my
Sure.
thought process, because they're not actively like cleaning out the frozen ditch. They're just, like you said, digging out 5-foot snowbanks so that they can see. Um,
Wild.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, I'm hopeful that we're gonna get some good improvements this spring and summer. In the meantime, I have been thinking about, I say thinking, I'm scheming. I'm a schemer. Um, ways that we can do this, perhaps in person, and
Mm,
because Aaron has been talking about, the some of the AI features, the auto fixing features of importing audio into this platform and then
mhm.
exporting it after it's been scrubbed a little bit. And so I thought, man, what if we just record live using Audacity, which runs fine, and then save it, import, export, and put it back through Audacity to see how it feels. So I want to do a trial run sometime. I just don't know how or when, but and then the question is, do we do it here? Do we do it at your place? Do we do it at the library? Um, the library has worse internet. I would
Yeah.
I would not go there.
Yes.
Um, but it is quite
Here
possible
might be
that,
best since I
yeah.
have more space and you have more vehicles.
I mean, yeah, that's not wrong. Yeah, and I was wondering if you would be open to um creating a studio space. I don't know how, like, you have an office right now. I have a bunch of like sound buffers and stuff like that. And I was wondering, like, we could potentially do this and set up like a good camera and a microphone and 2 chairs, and actually have, high quality podcast recording for the video side of things.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, it's a lot.
You'll have to come look at what you're working with here, um, and wrap your head around how the space is and
Yeah.
can be set up.
Well, I mean, if you're open to the idea, then yeah, I'd be down to explore that. Again, don't feel any pressure or commitment. This is just brainstorming. Like, I'm a dreamer, I'm a schemer, but if I
Always.
yeah, but I've also invaded most every square inch of this house. So like, I don't want to start taking over space in your space. But
Yeah.
but it might be kind of nice to have a consistent thing for recording, and then a nice space for
Mhm.
consistent recordings for social media, TikToks and whatnot. And so it's something that's crossed my mind. But also, oh, gosh, I would really love to fix my shed and turn that into an outside space. I thought about that for a long time, but again, internet. It's a little bit further away from my router. Like,
And how insulated is it?
oh, I would make it insulated. Yeah, for the winter, eh? How would
How would you
yeah.
like to record at -30?
Yeah, yeah. I thought it might be there are a couple of, I don't wanna say companies, but I guess companies is the right word, that build, like, prefab garages and sheds and greenhouses and stuff like that, and there's one in
Mhm.
particular in our neck of the woods, or at least that I've seen, on social media. I haven't seen them in person. I don't know if they exist, but they have a big warehouse, they prefab these things, and they deliver it to your place, and I thought, "Ooh, having a shed greenhouse in the back, just replacing my current shed, just like, let me just put it back there." That's a
Yeah,
dream. That's a thought. Maybe they'd wanna collaborate. I don't know.
maybe.
Mm. Speaking of, I will just mention it now because, my brain will forget it later, and I won't go into the details, but I did have a conversation with, my I guess accounting friend. He does
Mhm.
numbers. He's not exactly an accountant, but like he does stuff like that. And he did have some suggestions for plants always win. However, it's mostly you're gonna want to do it the hard way. It'll make it
Yeah,
easier later. And you're gonna have to talk
sounds
to
about
some
right.
specialists. And I'm like, oh, okay. Which is fine.
Fair enough.
It's yep, yeah. But he's like, "You really should do it now. If you do it later, it's" yeah. I'm like, "Okay." Not now as in, like, today, now as in, like, don't do the shortcut version first and fix it later.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll
Totally
talk
fair.
about that another time.
Yeah. Do you have questions for us today?
Do I have some questions? Oh, you mean
Mhm.
you know what? Let's start with what's growing on because
Oh,
spoiler to our patrons here. We have a backlog of edits. I say we, it's me. I have a backlog of editing. So we're not going to record today because I also have a bajillion emails to do. Aaron and I both, we're kicking up our actual job season is kind of ramping up a little bit. And so yeah, we got some stuff to do. So I want to talk about what's growing on. Aaron, what's growing on with you?
I don't think I did anything garden-wise this week.
Oh, it doesn't have to be gardening.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm working on writing about gardening, so there's that. After not making much progress for a while, I've been finally carving time out for that, which is good.
Mhm.
Other than that, just trucking along, running a business, turning away work, talking people into hiring me to do less, which
Mhm.
is, a nice place to be in after the first 2 years of freelancing are shaky.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you there. I'm sort of in a similar boat. Well, as you know, of kicking off my public speaking kind of career and stuff like that. Getting really low ball numbers and having I would say the backbone to say no. It's just like, I'm sorry. I have to say I don't want to say no. I don't like saying no. I'm a people pleaser at heart. But I couldn't do it. Yeah.
Mhm.
But I mean there's some good news. As I told you, the one person offered me more than what I had requested. I'm like, nice. I had another person who turned around and came back and said, "Hey,
Huh.
I talked to this person. We'll take your middle number offer." And I'm like, "Uh huh, yeah, you will." Okay. Uh,
Good.
yeah. And I had two great meetings last week that I told you about. Some of it. I went to the Huntsville Public Library. We did our Ask a Master Gardener session. The person at the Huntsville Public Library was telling me about all this other stuff that he wants to do. And I'm like, oh, okay, we'll have to talk, I guess, about that in the future. And then I had a meeting with a mayor of a local township who has a bunch of projects. And I'm like, great, let's do this. Also,
Yeah.
not to get too personal, but it really is kind of a crunch for me right now. The other reason why I've been pushing so hard these last couple of weeks, and quite frankly, I think I'm pushing beyond what I'm capable of keeping track of. But there's a lot of reasons for it. One in particular is that last week my client was gone. And I was
Yeah.
feeling the stress of like, hey, that's 25% of my income this month. That's whoops. And then when he came back, he's like, oh, just a reminder, we leave on this day for a month. And I was like, oh, you've got to be kidding. That's the end of winter. That's before spring. That's a whole month. Okay, you know what? I'm so glad that I pushed and had those meetings because like I want to push those hard and get those started because that time frame is perfect. Actually, I could potentially have saved my own butt. Past Sean was thinking about future Sean here, thinking, let's do some consulting work, let's do some design work, let's do it before the spring, technically. So it might prove to be incredibly uh, um, fortuitous. I don't know the right word. Serendipitous, a good timing thing. But the
Yeah.
stress of like, hey, we're gonna be gone for 4 weeks. I'm like, are you kidding? Are you serious,
Yeah.
dude? Oh, meanwhile, it's okay
So
because
sorry.
when the garden season kicks off, though, they also want more work at their 3 properties. So,
Well, if you can pull it off.
yeah, exactly. It's yeah. So I can't lowball myself because I'm too busy.
Yeah,
I can't.
exactly.
It is what it is.
Yep.
Anyway, sorry, got a little personal there, but feeling the crunch. That's all of
Yeah.
life.
Hey, I know what else is growing on. You
What's that?
joined GardenCom.
I did join GardenCom. I am being inundated with emails. Holy cow.
Yes, if you leave all the alerts on, you will get a lot of emails. But
Yeah.
I find it's worth it to leave the alerts on for any channels you're interested in the community because you
Mhm.
learn a lot of neat stuff and you connect with cool people.
Yeah, and so far I do like that. I found it interesting, the onboarding questionnaire. It's like, one of the
Oh, I
questions
don't
was
remember.
oh, yeah. One of the questions is, what is your field of expertise? And they had a whole bunch of options, and you can click any or all of them or whatever. But I was like, man, I don't consider myself an expert in any one of these, but I do touch on all of these in a weird way. But I didn't want to be that guy that clicks them all because that's weird. Um, so I don't know. It was interesting. And then I was gonna mention it to someone, but I don't know who to mention it to. Every single question, if you're not too sure what they mean by the question, it has a little question mark where you can click on it and it's supposed to be a description. The description is
Mhm.
literally like it's stating the question again, but in a statement form. This is where you fill out this. I'm like, yeah, but what is this? Well, this is where you fill out this. I'm like, oh, you maybe want to give me some more information. I don't know what to tell you here, but all right, that's fine. it's I'm
It's
that guy.
possible what you were doing was setting up your profile. We should
Oh,
look at that
probably.
when you have a chance,
Sure, yeah. Um,
because your there's like internal stuff and external stuff, and so one thing that GardenCom offers is a publicly searchable profile so that people can find you and hire you.
oh, neat. So yeah, I'll
Mhm.
have to take a closer look at that. I just wanted to kind of get in so I could see what's going on and whatnot. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was. I'm also that guy that overanalyzed multiple choice questions in high school. Like,
Yes.
mm, so I know it's not a
Yes,
quiz,
I
but
also
I
have this
don't wanna
problem.
fail. Uh, but yeah, I'm also, I joined some different, I don't know what to call them, activist groups?
Mhm.
Passively. I very much so was upfront saying, "I'm a man of many hats. I do too much. I will only be here passively." And they asked me to be like, join a Discord server, for example, and they're like, "Hey, we verified that you're a real person who posts real content and blah blah blah. Do you want to be a moderator in this group?" I'm like, "No." You want me to
No.
moderate a group about politics in Ontario? No, no, thanks. Like, oof. Uh,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna be a referee in that hellhole, but I would like to watch. I would like to lurk and see what people are saying. That's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've also, you know, joined to varying degrees of activeness a number of different groups this year, particularly on Discord.
Mhm.
Um, and some of them I haven't managed to do anything but lurk. It's
Yeah, yeah.
you get spread too thin, but
Well,
it's good to stay informed.
yeah, and it's not even, like, informed of, for example, politics and what's going on. It's informed of what people feel about it and what people are saying. It's like,
Yeah.
the where we're at well, okay. Before I continue, I don't know how comfortable you feel with us expressing our political views.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
F. Dougie McFord, the clown of Ontario. Like,
Pulling no punches.
no,
Yeah.
he's such an
He's
and now
consolidating power in very concerning ways.
yeah. But now, like, the problem is funding federal funding for the provinces just keeps going up, and he's specifically defunding all of these social things, and I'm like, "Where's this money going? Please, for the love of
Yeah.
God, where is this going?" And
Yeah.
it blows my mind, and then the straight up propaganda that, the leader of that party is doing right now with these weird, um like, he's trying to be hip videos, and he's just it's just bold-faced lies. He's like, "Fact, blah, 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 blah. Fact, blah, blah, blah." I'm like, None of those are facts, and you're not cool. Like, stop." Anyways, sorry. So all the people who
Yeah.
are raging right now are starting to gather, and I'm like, as much as I am excited about that, I'm terrified. It's like, because rage very quickly swings all the way to the other side of the pendulum, and, the people who are just spouting nonsense are gonna use that as like, "Oh, see, they're crazy, they're off their rockers." Like, man, you keep poking the bear's gonna slash at you. Stop it. I'm done. I'm done. Sorry. Anyways, people are getting mad, and it's just so frustrating because I'm also getting mad.
Fair.
Yeah. How how did we do this? How did we start off? So, yeah. Hey, in good news, in that particular
Yeah.
group who they're just talking about politics and whatnot, they also wanted to talk about events, and they have a whole channel and a bunch of sub things, and it's Ontario wide. So I said, "Hey," to the person who added me to the group, who's the creator of the group, I was like, "Hey, I don't want to self promote because I know that that's one of the rules, but also we have a gardening events calendar." Um, do you think that that would be something that you might wanna share? Because I know it's not political in nature, but it also can be. This is where
Yeah.
people are gathering kinda thing, um, but also gardening is what grounds people, no offense, no pun intended. Jeepers, words, no offense. It's not offensive.
No
Yeah,
offense, but gardening grounds people.
gardening is good for the soul, no offense.
Yeah,
And and I was like, it might be a breath of fresh air that people need in all of this, rage. And
mhm,
they were so excited about the idea that somebody was putting this calendar together, and I was like, "Cool. You talk to your moderators, um, and if you wanna share it, great. If not, whatever." So I feel like these weird back end social groups are also a good way to advertise, not that that's my intention. My intention is community building,
yeah.
but it's an interesting backdoor, I suppose. Like, we had that meeting with GardenCom. We were talking about different ways that people are marketing, specifically IRL, but honestly, I think that there's, the indirect marketing that, um, I'm not r I don't mean to, I'm just sharing the resources that we've gathered. But if you
Yeah.
like us, great.
Hey, I made a connection,
Mm?
this week. I went to a bookbinding workshop at the local fiber mill.
Oh, that sounds really
They
cool.
Yeah. So this mill, they're very particular. They only work with farmers whose sheep are cared for in, very responsible ways. They favor regenerative farming, all that.
Wow.
And turns out the owner and her stepmother are both really into permaculture.
Mhm.
And I was aware that they've been selling, um, the particularly unclean bits of wool that aren't great for processing. They've been selling those as mulch. Um,
Oh!
and when we were eating lunch, I was chatting with the mill's owner about that, and she just talked for 5 minutes straight about it, and I said, "Hey, do you think you could do that for 30 to 60 minutes?"
Yeah.
So, we're gonna arrange that.
Oh, that's really cool, I like that. That's so cool.
Mhm.
Sheep wool as
It's a
mulch,
really
that's interesting.
Yeah, and apparently there's all sorts of research into it and how it acts in the soil. And the mill
Huh.
itself has a really cool story. This is not your, most modern equipment. This is
Yeah.
I don't know how old the equipment is, but it's
That is
vintage.
that is so cool.
It's really cool.
The other part of that, which is a beautiful I don't mean I'm gonna go into the networking side of things again, but, like, the secondhand marketing of that, of, like, tapping into the DIYers, the whatever. Eva's mom,
Yeah.
gets bags of wool and spins her own thread and dyes it and crochets and whatnot. I'm like, that's that sort of niche market as well. I love it because everything's connected and that's fantastic. Question for you.
Mhm.
You did a book binding workshop.
Yes, part 1.
So
Part 2
like
is this week.
so are you what kind of book? Like, are you just making your own journal? Like, what is this kind of thing?
Yes.
That's
Yeah, it's a
amazing.
hardcover journal.
Aw, I want one. That sounds great. I wanna make, like, a scrapbook, because then you're literally making the
Yeah.
book to do the scrapbooking. That sounds great.
Well, the reason I did this, like, they do workshops all the time, and I
Mhm.
always say, "That sounds amazing, but no, Erin, you can't afford A, the money, B, the time, and C, to get into another hobby for which you will buy materials.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd be dying and spinning years ago." But bookbinding is something that I played around with already on my own. Um, but I never like progressed past a certain point.
Mhm.
So I figured I will do this workshop. I will get the full range of skills, and then I'll be able to make gifts with materials I already have because I always have paper.
Yeah. And I love the next possible step of that is, we can plan this year gardening and stuff and resource gathering. So, like, I still have frozen berries and service berries and whatnot from last year that we never made jam with, but
That's true.
we can think about it. We can plan for, like, my hops vines. I can try and control the direction of their growth so that I get a nice long vine to harvest, not for the hops, but, like, for the vine itself. And, other materials to be to be twisted into twine, or to make our own paper is one that I would love to do. Um,
Yeah.
I think we need to do that. We need to have a plan of what resources do we want to gather at the end by the end of the season for perhaps winter hobbies.
We should have, if you want,
Mhm.
a basket making day together before the end of winter because I have so much old materials gathered that I
Oh,
haven't
yeah.
gone through yet.
Oh, yeah.
So I shouldn't be allowing myself to gather new ones if I haven't used these ones.
That's fair. I mean, I'm working on that right now with my living willow fence line. So I'm so excited for this spring to see what survived and what didn't. I actually don't expect half of them to have survived, but there's the golden willow line that I'm gonna keep low so that I can harvest the straight shoots, which means that this
Mhm.
spring I'm gonna be, tipping all of them, and hopefully by the summer I'll get 3 4 foot long golden willow shoots that shoot straight up. We'll see. That's one plan, but then I have the silver willow, I've got my dappled willow, and then I've got the other fence line, and I'm so excited for projects that I started a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago to actually start paying off. So I'm
Yeah.
oh, it's so exciting. I got a graft too. I was gonna say you need fruit trees, but it's not your house. Um,
It's not my house, and it's a kinda I planted 10 last time no, 4 last year, 10 the year before, and 6 before that. I've planted a lot. I guess at
how
least
many
20
trees?
fruit trees I've planted here.
Really? Where?
Mhm. Some in my mini food forest and a lot around the edge of the actual forest and a few east of my garden. Well, east and north, so they don't shade it.
So I'm so surprised that have I not recognized them, or was I so distracted
Oh,
by the actual gardens? Like,
they're baby. Um,
oh,
I mean, the mini food forest, they've never really thrived.
hmm,
Those are the apples, because the deer keep eating them. The
okay,
other things I've planted are native fruit trees.
really
So
cool.
some of
Okay,
them for human consumption and some for animal, and they blend in to the forest.
so the apples, you say the deer keep eating them, but they keep coming back?
They've never eaten them right down, but they eat the branches off.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But if they're still alive and they're still there, it must have quite the robust root system then. Like, it must have solidified and anchored itself. So I think a
Yeah,
little
they've been
bit.
there since 2021, so
Oh, yeah, 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 okay. So what one thing that I'm gonna do is the next step with my plum, shaping, pruning, and grafting, I have to take off a large volume, which means I'm gonna have a lot of scion cuttings. If you'd like, what we can do is set up a fence around your apples, just a small barrier, and if you'd like, we could potentially graft a plums onto apples, just to see
could
how they
try it.
work. Yeah, if they're
Yeah,
not doing anything right now anyways. So I set up you saw my fence barrier around my cherries, I think. It's just 4 T-posts with, chicken wire, and I have
right.
3 new cherries that I planted, um, end of summer, early fall, yeah. And it's so fascinating the way that all 3 of them, they're all slightly different varieties, but they're supposed to be zone 4 or 5 hardy. One of them
Mm.
lost all of its foliage right away. The other one took a little bit longer. The other one lasted even longer. And I thought it was fascinating how it was kind of progressive like that. Like the further away from the house, the longer it kept its foliage. And I don't know if that's because of the variety or the location or other environmental conditions or maybe the shading. Like it was just interesting. Um, but yeah, I'm excited to see if they come back next year. If, I say if, they really should. Um, then they get 1 full year around the 1, extra full year behind the fence line, and hopefully the year after that, next year, they'll be tall enough that I can de-fence them. They'll be thick enough. We'll
Yeah,
see. I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited to do some more. I want to work with you on your food forest. Um, because yeah, everyone has a different perspective, and you know my holistic perspective. Um, but I also like to play around quite a bit.
for sure. Well,
Hey, yeah, I just noticed the time.
mhm, we were gonna make it a short one, but we have not done that. We have
Oh, it's
chatted
okay.
away.
30 minutes is good. And
Yeah.
honestly, finishing on a more exciting note is much better again for the soul. It's good.
Yes. Yeah.
If people want to support us, they know where to find us, and they already do because they're watching this. But if they want to support us even more, spread the word. Just tell someone about us. And honestly, that goes so far. Just put a poster up in your local coffee shop. Ask us. We'll send you a poster.
Oh,
I've got posters.
I should, put a link to download a poster in the next newsletter. That's what I should do.
Absolutely. If you want to support us, here's the link. Print out a poster, bring it to your local bulletin board or coffee shop, and take a selfie and send it to us, and we will share those on our social media if they wish.
And take it to your local CD Saturday.
Ooh. Hey, if you're gonna be
That'd be great.
in Magnetawan, Ensdale, Sprucedale, or anywhere in Muskoka, oh, I gotta go. I'm gonna call from a client. I gotta talk to you later.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us, friends. It is not letting me hit stop. You're stuck with me.